この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here to continue our journey through the Monogatari series. We are getting into second season proper now. Last time on Monogatari, we split it up into two, but we finished the first arc of second season, and it was Nakoshiro, and it was a doozy. It was a hell of an arc and an amazing story, and seeing it all from Hanakawa's perspective was amazing, and it was really good. And I said in that video a couple of times, I think that is instantly my newest favorite arc of the Monogatari series. Now, the crazy and kind of cool and almost scary thing is that when I said that, and when some people heard that, they said in my Discord, hey, so I heard you like Nakoshiro a lot, but guess what? It only gets better. There's going to be some crazy stuff in second season. So when people are saying, like, I agree with you fully, everything that you said about why Nakoshiro is great, I think you got it right. It's really great, but it's nowhere near my favorite arc of the series at all. Oh boy, that's an exciting thing to hear, because that was some greatness, and more that's at that caliber or higher is ridiculous and lovely. So, we are now on Kabukimonogatari, episode 1. This is a 4-episode arc, a 4-episode part or section or whatever. There are only 4 episodes of it. They're all around 24 minutes. We're going to do this in one of two ways, and you will know which way we've done it because you will see it in the title and the thumbnail and the description and everything. There will either be 2 and 2, or we're going to do all 4. It's one or the other, and I'm not sure which. It'll all come down to how I feel after the end of episode 2. We're just going to watch what we watch and talk about what we want to talk about, and then we'll see. We'll see if we end up like 2 episodes in with 2 hours of recording and feeling like that's a good place to stop, or if we're just desperate to watch more, and that's totally viable too. If we do end up watching the 4, I'll probably fade by the end of it a little bit, but totally willing to do either. We'll see. I'm just going to play it by ear when we get there to the end of episode 2, and we'll see. So, this first arc, well, I guess it's the second arc of second season. I believe it's called Mayoi Jangshi. I'm not sure what the Jangshi part of that means, but I assume we're going to be dealing with Hachikuji. Given that we're dealing with Hachikuji, I assume that we'll be from standard, like, Araraki perspective. After the Hanakawa arc, we'll go back to something a little bit more normal. What we'll get up to, what we'll end up doing, I don't know. Maybe it'll play off of some of the new elements that have been introduced in the last little while. Like we met Guy and Suruga, who I don't believe has ever met Koyomi, but they could meet. That could be cool. I don't know. We'll have to see timeline wise where this is set, or when in the storyline this is set. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I expect that there will be lots of stuff with Mayoi. Don't know what. Don't know what. Whether it's going to be mostly focused on her or somebody like adjacent to her because of her thing with like people who don't want to go home. I don't know. Could be anything. Should be interesting. Let's find out. I have episode 1 of Kabukimonogatari up and ready to go. It is at 0 seconds. I have switched it to the Cool Girls sub track, so no Kami subs for the first episode. There will be 2 versions of this reaction video, a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, which you can find in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube, which will have the full discussion at the end of each episode, and a timer at the beginning of each episode to sync up with your own media if that's the way you want to play it, as well as any time I want to like frame-by-frame anything, or run through it, or look at it in more detail. That will all be in the YouTube discussion timer version thing, okay? Okay, so if you're watching the PiP, go watch the PiP. If you're watching the timer one, get your Kabukimonogatari episode 1 ready to go, because that beep beep timer is going right here. Okay. School, stairs. Who's speaking? Ogi-chan? Who the hell are you? Also, is that like a kabuki mask? Oh, I didn't bring that up, but kabuki is mass theater, right? Hmm. She's creepy. This is a really strange conversation. Okay. Kind of, but it makes sense. It makes sense. Who are you? Clearly a kohai, but like... So, with warning signs everywhere. True, you can't avoid all threats. Like the lights all being green, but the car's still coming. Because they know it's dangerous. Alright, this is... I mean, like, we're obviously laying out some themes here. Yeah, that's all it was. Just some random trivia. Oshino? Oh. Stress test in progress. That's a meta statement. Who is that? Okay. We have a Hachikuji OP. Whoa. Traffic sides. Like walking on a track. Snails. Separated from her backpack. shell shattering. Okay. And then the way that that was introduced, it was like reminiscing about Mayoi as though she doesn't exist anymore, as though she's like gone. So are we gonna free her or like disappearify her? I hope not. I like Gachikuji. But I mean, if it's good for her, then that'll be fine. Oh, hey, with the little, okay. All right. That's an OP. Not a favorite, but pretty good. Okay, 20th of August. Back to summer. Oh, hi. Yeah, I said with a posed look. No? Why does he have her backpack? I just noticed that. Okay. Kagenui something. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Red traffic light. Ooh. Yeah. I said with a posed look. Yeah. Okay. Oh. True. Be nice to little girls. Okay. That sounds quite good. Shinobu. And they cross safely, it seems. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Doesn't seem like she would be able to forget her backpack. Something weird's going on. Oh. Oh, okay, so there are three different semi once human things. Ghost, Shikigami, Devil Boy. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Oh. Like a cursed sword or a tool. Okay. 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 Okay, that's pretty weird. Okay, so just the body. Thanks. Could we have led with that? Yeah. Something isn't quite right. Yeah. Okay, how long ago was that? So very much like Hachikuchi. Hmm. But not a ghost. Back alive. Okay. Born again, but as someone else. And she's dead. Okay. Hmm. Because they're the same for her. What if he doesn't see her again? No. Hmm. I I think it is actually. Like if she's a snail, the backpack is her shell, and we think of snails as carrying their home with them. For her to leave that, it's really weird. Hi, Shinobu. Hmm. Oh no. Uh-oh. I assume that's what that reference was. Only 2 hours? Mm. Mm. Huh? Sure. You could do that? That's like Nautico Place. Okay. Something fishy? Yeah. Something weird. Uh-huh. Isn't this where we came for Nautico's thing? A blast from the past. We don't have that sort of acting anymore. Oh yeah. She was sort of super hamming it up. Jet black darkness, darkness. Okay. Stepping away. Okay. Did it though? Yeah. Ah. Alright, yeah. Okay. What if we don't end up where we expect to? Also, is this where he was gone during Shiro? Maybe. Seems rather cheery. Dangers are probably not great. Hmm. Lewd. True. That makes sense. So, are we in the same dimension? Just yesterday? Okay. What was up with the bandages? Oh. Go back. Yeah. Uh. Wait, why did we come back in time anyway? I don't actually understand why we're doing this. Okay. Stuck here, huh? Uh-huh. Oh, so the essences will still be there yesterday. Okay. All right. It does. Depending on whether what she said about this being an alternate dimension is legit. Is this a separate timeline? Like at present, are there two Koyomi Araragis in this world right now and two Shinobus? That's the question. Because it's the proper direction? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, doubt. Somewhat dangerous implication. Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly. Right. No, this is important. Can I meet myself? That's super dangerous. Give you the watch, right? Oh yeah, what? Yeah. Did the watch turn back in time or did it stay the same? She's lying about something. What is she lying about? Like the scratches on her thighs were something. Like, is she the same Shinobu that we came with? Because he woke up passed out. Oh, it's Saturday the 19th. Oh god, we're way in the past, aren't we? Oh my god, that's why the outfits are different. What year? 19. So we're back 11 years? When Hachikuji died. Right? This is the same song as the Nekoshiro ending? That gets some new meaning when we're talking about going back and resetting. All right. Fire Sisters, hi. Okay, you've lost your shell. Yeah, exactly. Found it. It's an easy case this time. It doesn't... I don't think it'll be that easy. Retrieving lost items is easy. Just skimming through super fast. Make sure I get everything in my brain real fast. Okay. Okay, I was just checking to see if there was a noticeable difference between the Shinobu pre going through the portal and post going through the portal, and I don't think there is. I was thinking like maybe she didn't have the green bracelet that she was wearing or some other something, but it doesn't seem to be. I think it's not the same Shinobu is a dead end. I don't think that's what's going on. But I think something's going on. Something weird is going on. I don't think Shinobu's being entirely forthright, but I'm not sure why. Or about what. But it's also quite possible that maybe she's not trying to cover anything up. She's just really overconfident in her ability to make this happen. I don't know. Okay. So we start off with a conversation between Araragi and a character that we have never met. Ogi, who is then slightly later introduced to us as Oshino Ogi. Now, the conversation that they have is kind of Senjogahara-esque, in that she's sort of like playfully exploring a tangent. And it's all shot in the same place, I believe, the same staircase where we met Senjogahara for the first time. And she's wearing the same outfits, seemingly same school, right? So, okay. Interesting, but what the hell is going on here? I don't really know. And OBS froze. So, very weird. A character that we don't know, who's then introduced to us to be Ogi Oshino, so some sort of relative to the Oshino that we know. And I don't think that there's any indication of time or place. Stock averages today, last 3 months. Time. The blank 3 seconds, everything comes to a halt in the time travel arc. But okay, so the way I take this first conversation is that we're laying out themes, and part of it is the time stuff, but the other part is like the warning signs and the visibility or knowledge of danger, which all ties into Hachikuji's original like reason for getting killed, which is explained as like as soon as the light went green, she stepped out and bam, got hit by a car. So it's more dangerous to... It's another one of those interesting sort of always seen like kind of paradox, but it makes sense thingamajiggies. Now, she is a weird one. Her face is made to be almost featureless. Her eyes very blank, just dark gradients. Her hair also sort of almost formless and very monotone, very solid colored. No like streaks or highlights even in her hair. She's strange. She like almost doll-like, almost mask-like, and it does look kind of like a kabuki mask, a little bit. We do see kabuki masks shown in one of those quick shots, along with all the time stuff. When the world is filled with red lights signaling danger, the world is safer than usual. Well, because people know that the danger is there and are warning others of it. But if it's inviting with all the green lights, it's probably more dangerous. Such a contradiction. And then he relates it to food, and that works, yeah. The way she pokes at him like this is sort of Senjogahara-esque, but strange. It's merely that the risk is cut in half. So if you don't want to face danger, don't cross any sidewalks. So the way I'm taking this is like, whether the warning signs are there or not, danger is ever present. And then the statement that she's making is like, if you want to avoid danger entirely, just don't put yourself into dangerous situations ever. But then the comeback is that's impossible, because it's just as likely that somebody will swerve onto the sidewalk. You can't avoid all danger by like closing yourself off. Danger will come to you anyway. We get this visualization for that. Now, no, there might be much more layers to this whole thing. And then we go into this sort of almost a diatribe that she wants to be the person who makes the statement that the world is dangerous, who serves as like a red light when everyone else is, oh, how great the world is, how joyous, how wonderful, it's so lovely, and everyone is, you know, all of these rose-colored, at least, statements. And then the sentiment that those children who grew up in war zones, who grow up knowing that the danger is there, are more sound, or at least more gluttonous about life, more hungry for experience, and paradoxically less afraid. In their eyes, all the signals they see are red, and so they move forward. That's so interesting. So then he muses about her. 15-year-old girl named Oshino Ogi turns such stories into massive tales of life and principles. And then we get meta with it. Where do we get meta with it? I'm reminded of those words along with a lost young girl. I recall it with the memories of that girl who died over 10 years ago. 11 years, right? I love the style of this one cut. That's cool. That summer's epic adventure, along with that story that started as a petty concept. I think this is Oisin talking about himself. And then it's, but in the end grew into a giant tale that almost engulfed everything that was real. I think that's a statement of exactly what happened with Oisin's work and what he thinks happened with it. Started as a petty idea for a story, made more, and eventually kept having ideas to the point where he feels like he's addressed or encompassed reality in a strange way in the work. Pretty cool. So bits and bobs of Kizu, bits and bobs of other stuff. The swords? Hold on, wait. That is multiple ultra long swords. That is a screaming young Shinobu. They all have swords. There's an old one coming out. Who dat? Do we... Wait. Yeah, who dat? Wait. She's the thing on her head. Is that Mayoi? Yeah, okay. So, one tail instead of twin tails, one ribbon instead of two. Those are her eyes. She has the little thing on the side of her head with a little spiral thing in it. Okay, but then, so wait, but could it be her, like, her mom? No, wait, so is this like an alternate version potential Mayoi who didn't get dead? And like who she would be? That could be really dope. Okay. We're hiding some things in the places. Okay. So then we have our OP. And I wasn't able to gather much symbolism from this. We have her being fractured and like pasted on a bunch of these things. I do get the vibe that she's like following paths in the squares and sort of just like being directed by the signs and not really choosing her own path. But I'm not really sure because there's a lot more of this that seems like it's just stylized. So then we see the snail shells a lot, jumping up boxes. I mean, there's some cool ideas here. Separated from her bag, which we'll talk about. Big shell. And then the shell shatters. We'll pay more attention to the lyrics on the next time through. I think that they're, from Mayoi's perspective, directed toward Araragi. And then we have her heading toward an Araragi head made out of cubes as we come down. Okay. So time is 20th of August. Great. If it isn't Devil Boy. So, our second conversation of the episode is here with our Shikigami friend. And she has changed her speech mannerisms. There's some weirdness there. I'll never make another posed look. Okay. Let's see what some of these are. Be nice to little girls. Okay. I don't really understand her archetype. Yeah, she's a weird one. Doesn't really... Oh. Ah, I can do this. I can slow this way down. Let's go with that. Oh my god, it's so fast. No! It's killing me. She stopped with that weird tick. Okay. So, at this point, it becomes clear that Aragi is carrying around Mayoi's shell, her snail bag. Which is really strange. So Mayoi's aberration, the lost cow, has to do with like not wanting to return home or not having a home to return to. And then I think like a part of that symbolically is the big shell that she carries with her, which, as I mentioned, is like a snail carries its home with it, same as like a turtle, or certain crabs. They carry their homes with them. And then she came over to his house, was inside his house, and left the bag there, left her home there. Now, to me, that implies like Hachikuji found peace. I don't know why that's the vibe that I get from it, but the vibe that I get from it is like Hachikuji is gone and found peace and left that behind as like the remnant. She broke out of her shell. Now, I could be wrong there. I kind of hope that I'm wrong there. Okay, and then the conversation turns toward, and we start changing locations, but the conversation turns toward the three of them all being different varieties of humans who have gone through death or something close, and different results have come out of each of that, and that's interesting. So Aragi died but became immortal at the exact moment that he died, so he never actually died. Hachikuji died and remained dead, and then she died and then was raised from the dead, but refers to it not as resurrection but reincarnation, as though not the same as she was before. And then also the idea that she's I forget what it's called, but a tool that was used and like imparted with energy or essence or something by its repeated use. She just happens to be a unique tool because she is a human body that was used as a tool. So that's interesting in and of itself. Yeah. So then we talk about the difference between us, how different we all are. Very interesting. Then we change location again to this place with these weird tikis and this strange fountain. I don't know. Lots of conversation. Lots of conversation. And then our third conversation of the episode is with Shinobu. So we talk about lots of stuff. She talks to him about doing the homework. Oh wait, yeah, is he going back in time to do his summer break homework? Is that the whole reason? That's so stupid. Like, not on in a writing perspective, but like the character Aragi. You gonna really? You gonna mess with the space-time continuum because you didn't do your homework? Only 2 hours until summer break ends. All right. So, all right, we show up here. She does a very hammy, over the top summoning thing. I think the one difference that is definitely noticeable is that there are no scrapes or bandages on her thighs that we can see. But there are later. And that's weird, and it's shown to us very, like, clearly and distinctly. But that's the only thing that's different. Okay. And now it's a time travel show. Jet black blackness. Black darkness, dark blackness. Oh fuck. So he circles around the portal, looks at it. Impressive, even after, yeah, she's patting herself on the back about it. And I'm torn. I don't know whether she's trying to hide something or like trying to accomplish something else, or if she is genuinely just gung-ho about this and a little bit overconfident and really thinks she did it good and maybe didn't do quite as good as she thinks she did. Then there's also the wrinkle of pulling the energy from the environment, not her powers, but using the power of the environment. And then that leads into our conversations about potential paradoxes going on. But it might be kind of harder to figure out if there's a paradox going on because we're a little further back in time than we're supposed to be. So, we grasp hands and we hop our way on down through the portal. When we awaken, Shinobu's there. She has the watch on her right wrist and has scrapes on her thighs, and there's this weird red rope. I don't know what. Maybe that's just part of the shiny stuff. Okay. So we start talking about how we get back. The issue of there will be energy there because the energy hasn't been taken until tomorrow. When do we see the bandages? Is it right upon awakening? Is she standing above him? Okay, I don't see it, but I know it's there somewhere. And then what was this? That would be a problem. Hanakawa will kill... Okay. Not only is my homework not done, I'll also have ditched the opening ceremony. Hanakawa would kill me. Okay, so worried about the little stuff still. We do keep talking about, like, alternate dimension or our world, getting back there to our world, not just our time. So, two possible options. Either there is the observer or there isn't, or the traveler. Either you just subsume your previous self, or you get duplicated. And then as we're walking, we see these uniforms, and they're different. They're unique. They're not what I would expect from a modern seirafuku. They're old school. You sound like you came from the future. It is the 13th of May, so we are back a number of months, and more than that, the year 11 years prior to the present, or what is now the future. So we are back 11 years from now, which means I believe we are at the time, or close to it, that Hachikuji died. And we are essentially... We are a lot further than expected away from civilization, I think. Because it's not as metropolitan anymore. And then the ED is the same as the Nekoshiro ED. Which makes me think once more that the time that Araragi is spending in this alternate dimension is the time that we spent with Hanakawa while he was away. So we'll have to see if there's a point where he sends a mail or a message to Sanjogahara, the one that we saw her get. Right? That would line everything up and make it all kind of confirmed. In any case, we're 11 years in the past, and we got to figure out why and how to get back and how we got here. This is already super interesting and unique. We got all the thematic set up. We'll have to see how much and which parts of it we double down on with the whole red light, green light thing. I assume we'll double down on it a bit. We got the mystery of Ogi. Who the hell is she? Is she an alternate dimension thing? Like, I don't know. And then we've got time travel brought into the thing. Perfect. I feel like time travel is a perfect subject for Oisin to address. He seems to love that kind of intriguing and intricate concept where you can just sort of go forever on just the hypotheticals, and that sounds perfect. That sounds like a great thing for him to be writing. So now we have Shinobu and Aragi's adventures in the past. Cool. Let's move on to the next episode and continue this little journey, see where we're headed. As usual, first episode, lots of speculation, not a lot of confirmation, some interesting stuff, some like, all right, seems like we're gesturing at some themes, seems like we're gesturing at some plot. Second episode is probably where we're going to lock stuff in, and then third and fourth are where we're going to twist my mind inside out and make it really cool. That's how it's been before. No reason to expect it to be any different. So let's jump into episode 2. I'm going to take a minute to just resync everything and make sure that it's all lined up, and then we'll be back for episode 2 of Kabukimonogatari. See you in a minute. Alright, we are back with Kabukimonogatari episode 2. It's up, it's ready, there will be the versions and stuff, and get your thing ready because the timer's coming now. So is there like an 8-year-old Aragi in this world? 13th of May. I didn't switch the subtitle track. I'm switching it now. We missed that line. It's just gone. We'll catch it in the run through. Okay. Okay. There's no energy there. Yeah. Right. Surely there's somewhere else. Oh. Will you be okay after that? This music is crazy. Huh, okay. And will everything be the same? All right then. Someone must be a bad influence on her. God, that one, that's so cool. When you help me, it lures me into thinking that nothing is truly impossible. As I said, I'm going to pay more attention to the lyrics. Change my life and my unhappiness into happiness, okay? I'm sure you'd find me wherever I am, okay? Okay, I don't want to go home yet. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pretty much the same. Was she already gone in the present because they saved her? And then the older one would be how old she is if she survived. Holy shit, we might actually save her. Oh my god. That could be amazing. To save Hachikuji. But then that changes at like you wouldn't go back. Oh wait, usually it's a bad idea to mess with destiny, but okay. To prevent her from This face animation is kind of crazy. Right. Right. As well as the meetings with Kaiki and yeah, the cult. Maybe, but probably not. Plus, it would affect the reasons that you actually met. Right. The cat. Okay, but Hachikuji. People have to save themselves, yeah. Right. So, not necessarily. Maybe. Right. Fate finds a way or a final destination type of idea. Red, yellow, green. So, those 3 moments, the 3 seconds where everything stops, huh? Huh. Huh. I wonder what the wrinkle will be. Yeah. I kind of suspect she's right. And then we've seen the... Hmm. Green, red, green, red. Green, red. Yes, that was her destiny. Was. So close. Is it a Hanakawa? It's a Hanakawa. It's a Hanakawa. It's a little Hanakawa. Ah! Yes. Yes. Alright, you know. Afraid of me. Yeah. Look. Bullshit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know everything. Aww, it's little mini Hanakawa. How can you not love mini Hanakawa? That's amazing. I wonder if we'll meet any other mini people. Ah. Wait, that's... I need to see your hat again, lady. Oh, yo, it's so... Wait. Maybe not. Aww. Probably not. Probably not. Okay. Right. But you might be able to meet the herd that survives. If she does. Which would be amazing. Hmm. Spent all night clinging to each other, something, something. All right, it's the 14th. Oh. Fair. No. The father? The father. So she's already out. Little girl form, easier to carry. Okay. One of my favorite tracks. Oh. Emergency brake. Oh, is the face. Graceful as ever. Hmm. Or you're gonna try. Okay. Dangerous. True. Yeah, the fact that you're a pervert. Persuaded that I'm totally suspicious and start from there, but this is in and of itself the thing that puts her out in the street. Ah. Okay. We saved a Hachikuji. What now? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bye-bye. I'm just gonna lay here for a little while. Oh, who would do such a thing? Didn't look at the signal at all. Hmm. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We got just a few minutes left in the episode. Wow, I feel like something's gonna go horribly wrong. Maybe with that. Simple, you know? Just check off those boxes. All of it sounds really easy. Hmm. The energy they took from it. The energy they took from it is outside of fate, right? It's energy from aberrations. Right. Right? Shota Koyomi. I feel like we're missing something big. Plenty of power. So then why is... Hmm. Hmm. Or that Shinobu has been looping more times than she's letting on. Ah. Uh-huh. There's always the threat, isn't there? Okay. Okay. Didn't have to do it. Why does it... Wait, that's a different colored bracelet. That's a different colored bracelet. Hold on. Wait. No, let's not do that. Ah. It's a different bracelet. Dude. Did you? Yeah. Usually you get some crazy fucking butterfly effects. Huh? I mean, I expected it would be really fucked up, but annihilated? It's a strong word. All right. Hello, hello. A young foreign girl kidnapped. Let's forget about this. Okay. All right. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna find the last point where we see a green bracelet on Shinobu. I think that's important. Oh, okay. Here we are, 5 minutes in. Shinobu is wearing a green bracelet on what I believe is her right hand. Oh, 9:24. When he's carrying Shinobu around, she's wearing a green bracelet on her left wrist. When she gets the book thrown at her by Hanakawa, by ex-lowly student council president Hanakawa, whatever, green bracelet. At that point, Shinobu is knocked away and still has a green bracelet when she returns. Green bracelet. Okay, so this woman working at the police office, for some reason makes me think Gaien, who I believe we know as Gaien Saruga. Suruga? I'm not sure. The drawing and the hair is, I think, right, and the hat, I think, is right. I think. Okay, here the night before, where they look for a place to sleep. She's wearing a green bracelet. Spent that night clinging to each other in a pipe-like contraption at a playground, 14th of May. Here we are. We've got the wristwatch. And I believe we've got a green bracelet. Right? Yep. No. Yep. Green bracelet. Okay. Still wearing a green bracelet. Meet Guy. Green bracelet. Green bracelet. Very clear there. Okay, tackles her. Green bracelet. The chant. Orange bracelet. So up until this moment, every scene we see of this bracelet has a green. And then in this moment, and we really focus on it for a little while there. Okay. Here's the thought that I had. The idea that I have. And I have it, it's kind of vague. Probably confusing. But if we believe first Shinobu was right when she said that the power that seems like vested in this place is a result of her coming to this place, right? It only came after she came. If we believe that that's true, and that we drain the power from the future that will be there to come back to the past, then the question is, why is there power here and now? And I think the answer is Shinobu has been here for a while. That one of these Shinobus has been looping many times. And part of it is that she's ageless, right? So once she starts on this looping thing, she could go through this an infinite number of times and never change physically. So this could be like the 3000th iteration that she's gone through. And being there at that time, all the time, may have caused a compounding of like aberration forces in the area, allowing them the power that they're using now to get back. Maybe. I don't trust Shinobu right now, which is a weird place to be in. I don't I don't believe she's telling us everything. I also don't believe that she's acting entirely like for selfish reasons, and the hints that she takes at the end here where she's saying like, I might betray you. Yeah, I'll regain my true nature as an aberration. I might betray. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. So, but that seems to line up with the idea, like, you go back, you change something, it goes very wrong, you try again, and you try again, and you try again, and you try again. And I would guess that usually those stories end with the person trying having to realize that there are certain things that can't be fixed or stopped. So as far as elements of the episode itself go, baby Araragi, very cute. Ba- baby Hanakawa, best thing ever. Oh yeah, this cut is like crazy. Look at the way his jawline moves as he speaks. Look at that. You don't see that. You don't ever see that. You just get a mouthy thing that moves. You just leave everything else static. What are you doing, anime? You can't do work. Okay. So we go through the there isn't anyone else he could save given his current state. He could, however, save Hachikuji. That's the one option. But maybe he can't. Maybe he can't. Some really interesting conversations. A whole bunch of ideas that play into some of those themes that we were setting up earlier with the green and red lights that go in the stop. The warnings and the not. This whole scene where he like crawls over to her is super creepy. And good on Hanakawa for throwing the wait, what? That's great for throwing the book. So I thought that maybe this was the point where Shinobu's bracelet changed color. It might also just be a style thing that, like, in the weird lighting of the place, the bracelet looks orange. I don't know though. These Aragi faces are glorious, and I love them. First time he sees her. Oh, out of her school uniform. Oh, okay. Flat is justice. All right. Yeah, don't get arrested, buddy. Is this a specific reference to something? I don't know. It feels like it should be, but I don't know. It feels like it is. If it's not, then that's impressive in and of itself. It's many weird things in this arc so far. So then she ends up in an almost Hanakawa-esque outfit. She looks a lot like Hanakawa here. It's kind of great. And then we run into the father. Can't find the daughter. She ran at 5 a.m. So we go, we chase, we find, we repeat a lot of the lines from the first time they ever met. And he just can't control himself. Just cannot. And she's wearing snail underwear. So he goes, he saves her from the truck. Great, we did it. Lovely. Yay. We sort of follow her home, guide her there. Make sure she gets in okay. And then decide to return to our current timeline. So the place is already dilapidated. Why? Already destroyed. Why? And the way that they talk about it is as though it's gotten worse. Like the whole place is Benjamin buttoning and aging in reverse. Which, I mean, maybe it is. But why? I don't know. I get the distinct impression that the Shinobu that we are with is either not the same Shinobu as the one we were with before, or is her multiple iterations down the line. I figure there's some weird fucky time travel fuckiness going on, and I'm not trusting everything. I'm trusting certain things, but I'm not trusting everything, and I'm expecting that I'm putting my trust in the wrong places. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I don't know. In any case, we're a little deeper into the mind bender. So now the big question is, we had ourselves a big ass cliffhanger. The entire world is annihilated. What does that mean? Define annihilated. Nuclear wasteland? How did saving Hachikuji lead to that? And also, how do we get back and try again? Those are my big questions. Now, we are an hour and 40 minutes into recording, and there is absolutely no way that I'm waiting a week before finding out what the answer to any of those questions is. So we are going to watch the entire 4. Because I'm not going to do 3 and 1. That's dumb. And I'm not going to wait a week to do 2 and 2. So we're doing 4. So I'm going to take a break, grab some more water, resync all the timers and stuff, and then we'll be back for episode 3. See you in a bit. All right, Kabukimonogatari episode 3. We are ready to go and find out what the annihilation of the future really means. Nice. Doesn't sound good. Beep beep timer goes here. Let's do it. Oh boy. Like, abandoned but no bodies or anything, just whoa. And in the middle of the city is a giant backpack. All right. We're in the post-apocalypse now. What the hell happened? Okay. Well, there's the house. Just that everything is different. Well, and there's no power. It's green again. Like smoke or fog. I doubt there's much point. I think it's everything. Fair enough. Completely deserted, right? Well, at least you're on the same page. Yeah. It's insane. What the hell happened? 11 years. Along with everyone else. Yeah. How does that lead to... I would assume so. Or was it something else that happened? Something else that was done? Because they have that paper and not the next one. Pretty sci-fi, like DD in Dexter's lab? Seems likely. Right. That's it. That's an important wrinkle that I didn't think of. Uh-huh, but Shinobu's thinking about something. Seemed like she was really troubled. So maybe she's looped, but she doesn't remember it. So back we go. Right. Maybe. Me too. Okay. Okay. That's the thing that he put there, right? Wait, but it's a different one. Right. I was about to say, it might be trivial, but it has an effect. But much more forcefully. Like maybe a different Oshino or somebody other than Oshino was the one to give it. Okay, what do you got to say? But that seems like something that somebody else like Kagenui would do. Be so drastic about it. Like, what if Aragi's mentor was never Oshino? Oh, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Zap. Oh, wait. He's spiritual energy. It'll absorb him, right? Big yikes. Uh, this is what everybody's turned into. I thought they were like spiritual, caught between life and death for all eternity. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm clueless. Awesome. Wow. All right. Hmm. She remembers. She finally remembers something. Okay. Please. She ate everybody. Shinobu killed humanity. But why? Doshite. Doshite. I had little wings. Of who I am in this version. Why? Because you lost Araragi? Was that the day that they ran into each other? No, 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 no. But what was it in your history? I don't remember. So it was that day. What went wrong in the other timeline? What other possibility? Right, because they happened the specific way that they did, but what went wrong? So she didn't come back and save him at the end? Oh. Yeah, what did you do during that time? Oh, okay. Okay. Oh. So that moment that we saw. Wow. The idea that such a simple action on his part. Why? Something to do with Hachikuji. Did Hachikuji play any role? So this is a world without a you. Okay. How does it work? Oh. It. Are we bonded? Oh. Which would be a bit of a problem to deal with one of those again. Clearly. Did a very thorough job. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the world is still there. Yeah, so where are you? That you. Self. Empty world. Ah. Gotta go back. Gotta try again somehow. Try to change this world. Wow. Wow. Just the two of us. And the clouds clear. Huh. Get those bulk non-perishables. Nice. Jesus, an empty Costco. Hmm? Haha! Just bought a bunch of fireworks. Also a signal. Oh! Ski? No, wait. What? Oh no, that would just had them in her in a yukata. Yeah, for the fire. Okay. Like festival garb. Ah. Hey. Who would it be though? Yeah. But who would it be? Now that we're building up to it. Hmm. The piano? Wow. We used a lot of fireworks. Uh, what did that? Oh, geez, they're here. Can we play with the fireworks too? Okay. All right, and preview thingy. How about some time travel? Hmm. This world deserves to be destroyed. No donuts. Hmm. Okay, so bit of a different episode here. Entire episode is just conversations between Koyomi and Shinobu. As though, I mean, they're the only two humans or people around anymore entirely. Just alone in this empty, deserted world. And it appears to me that it's all used to facilitate some of those discussions that they have. So the talk and the ironing things out about how does it work, right? I think that was the most important conversation in the episode. But then a lot of it is just them trying to figure out what happened, what could have happened, and what could have led to it. So in that moment when at the end of Bake, when he was able to find her, because it was because of Hachikuji, because she had a role to play, her role wasn't played, and so Shinobu wasn't found. And what we never knew, and there's still plenty that we don't know, but the one thing that we now know that we never knew was that Shinobu, wanting to be found, was planning to destroy the world if she wasn't. As though, kind of in the same way as being rescued was important to Senjokahara, but much more. And then in the preview, we make a joke about it being that there are no donuts in that time, right? The depiction of this shattered world without people in it, with everyone, as we find out, having been turned into vampire zombie things, I think is fantastic. It's wonderfully creepy and empty, especially to see scenes that are so familiar to us, but overgrown and dilapidated and a problem. And the loneliness of certain of these scenes, of these cuts. I love this whole sequence as well, with them sort of finishing each other's sentences and the cards adding to it as well. As they sort of both go, "Ah, shit, we fucked up. We both did a screwy. Aw, damn. The whole world is like this. Everyone is missing. Everyone is gone." So we conclude that it's that exact time, that evening, and she puts it together. That is the moment. That is that moment. Seemed like she was really troubled indeed. So I think I'm just gonna say that everything that I said about like the bracelet and multiple Shinobus, I think that's a dead end. I don't think that's the twist that we're going for here. I love the sort of Rasta color palette of the shrine now, with the red into green. It's really cool. Really cool looking. I like the aesthetic of these electrical crackles. All hand drawn and really good. I love the aesthetic of these zombie things, how they're super spirity and they like flicker between different patterns. Yeah, there are some dots, some stripes, like a model pattern, window panes, some leaf work, blobbity blops. That was like checkered. Yeah, so that they're just flickering them through different grayscale patterns, and it creates this crazy rippling effect through them. Yeah, wow. Really cool and creepy. Love it. Love the aesthetic. And I love the aesthetic of this whole, like, this leap that we make and then fall from the sky. I feel like I've seen this kind of scene multiple times before. It reminds me of the coming up to the surface in Gurren Lagann. It reminds me of the falling to the earth in No Game No Life. Lots of times that I've seen this kind of a thing, and it always creates this crazy emotional air to it, and that's exactly what we get. And it's perfect for Shinobu to reveal the undeniable fact, the hard truth, that it is her fault, or the her from this timeline. That she is the cause of all of it. To realize that, and then for him to forgive her, to tell her, it's not really you. It's okay. So if he dies, she reverts. That's a scary thought. just gonna keep that in the back of my mind. If Hararagi dies, she becomes the iron-blooded, hot-blooded, cold-blooded vampire once again. That is a scary thought. So, we kick up some fireworks, and then we are greeted by some zombies. Zombies who want to hang out and watch some fireworks and enjoy the festival. So I guess there aren't any people here. Now, what the hell are we gonna do? We don't have the energy that we need to go back again. We have to get it somehow. Either by vampiring up Shinobu, or by, like, absorbing energy from the zombies or something, maybe. I don't know. But I'm excited to see how this concludes. I get the feeling that this last episode is going to be pretty lit. So give me a minute. I'm going to resync some stuff. Be right back, and we'll get into episode 4. Okay? Okay. All right, let's get into Kabukimonogatari episode 4. I have it up. Beep beep timer goes here. A lot more than 100. 300? 500? I don't know. That's a lot. Wow, how they're, like, transparent in the teeth. How desaturated we are. Rain. No? Rice? Who's throwing rice? That's Hachikuji. Right? Right? Alright, like we confirmed earlier, that's grown up Hachikuji. So she's the sole survivor. So now we get to talk to her, and the possibility of what would have happened if she had survived. And she'll probably urge them to go back and return to her being dead. But then, oh my god, what? Oh my god, what? Okay. That's totally her. And they're meeting in the same location with her looking at the map and yeah. That's her. And she's got a little backpack. Maybe the same size, but she's bigger. Hi, by the way, is your name Hachikuji Mayoi? I think I know you from the past. Babinga! That's not it. Yep. Yep. Kinda. She knows him in some way? Through who? Maybe through Karin and Skihi? Wait, there's the hand of the thing. He? Oshino? Sounds like an Oshino thing to say. Meme. Meme. Oh! What's in the letter? Whoa. Oh, we get another one of these, like, motion graphic things? Uh-huh. I wonder who that would have been. Put it all together. Ah. Uh-huh, but swapping a timeline? Switch timelines without knowing it. I don't know. Can we save this world, or do we have to hop back to the other one? Shit. Shit. Why are we showing Kaiki and Kagenui? Oh, that's why. Climbing. Whoa. Crazy CG. Jesus. Right. Right. It's just one of the threads. Some things remain the same, eh? Some things are faded. Maybe. She's kind of being the opposite of herself. Inviting people to a home to return to. That house, huh? Happen to know where it is. Some things don't change, huh? Got a timeline to get back to, or potentially fix, or something. We'll see. Yes. Yes. Hmm. Hmm. Without looking back. Wow. Oh, color. Hmm. Yep. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Ah. Seems like something he would do. Uh-huh. What the hell? Oh, there are swords. Dual wielded, the greatest weapon. Two-man cell. Yeah, or just a two-man cell like them. Hmm. Okay. Wow, that was gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna fight back against that logic. Hmm. Alrighty then. All right. The dinner bell has been rung. So we're gonna get to see his shot once more. Oh. Fight. Win. Okay. We got a color swap. And she's here. Kishoto. Aurelia. Oh, she looks fucked up. She looks real fucked up. And failed? That's terribly painful. Yeah. They both have shadows and she doesn't. Terribly burned. She laughed loud and clear, and it made me shiver. The strongest being. Oh my god. She has lost it. Oh my god. Ah. You change the story and lose everything. Even worse. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, such a small change. That's all it takes. Oh my god, the visual of the Yeah. Is that good enough? They want to save this world. She'll use herself. Okay. Huh. Okay. Yeah. Is to kill you. But will she become herself again, or will she expend that? Does she have the opportunity to betray? I mean, our Shinobu. I am on the edge of my seat. Just like Hanakawa. Present day, present time. Okay, is everything back to normal? Like, is my OA? So he is gonna be late. Yeah, let's avoid that. Can't have you dying. Not that I've read it. Or seen it. Oh. Oh, she's getting ready the way he gets ready. Yeah. Prepare yourself. Boom. Oh, this lovely reversal. That is precisely what happened, and he's just a ragdoll. Yeah, his lines. A service scene. That's good. Huh? Whoosh. uh, and we get the return to the dynamic. She must be unique. She's the one. Hmm. Alrighty then. But his situation is a little more complicated. But yeah. Hmm. Back to the 3. Bad thing that led to good things. Which is exactly why it matters. Looking back occasionally, but yeah. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So thus ends Kabukimonogatari. We meet the Hachikuji that could have been, and it's freaking amazing. And she's gorgeous and super sweet. I like her a lot. And then we get this letter from Oshino, and the visuals for it are just stellar, with him constantly walking up the hill, and then we intercut it with like all sorts of different things, with a visual representation of different timelines and routes, and then all back to a climb, and then the visualization, like we get some CG like hands reaching up, like glitching and crazy. It's just this is such a gorgeous and stylish sequence. And then these portions, how he's constantly at risk of falling, and then falls and catches himself. Really, just I mean, I don't know what the visuals necessarily represent, but it's just fantastic stuff going on. As usual, when there's dialogue or exposition happening in Monogatari, there's always something interesting going on screen to keep you in it. And man, they do a really good job. So she invites them to her home. Now she has made her home the house where her mother used to live, which I guess is sort of the place she could never find, right? She was never able to make it there. And now instead of leading people away from their homes or like being the thing that they find when they're not trying to go home, she's now inviting people to hers, making a place for others. As opposed to being a girl lost in a big wide world, she's a girl who knows exactly where she is in an empty world. Interesting. And then she recognizes him because he saved her when she was young. He thanks her for staying alive. The colors in this post-apocalyptic world are so dope. They're so great. Like, this is more normal, but with a sickliness to the cloud cover and stuff. And then it turns into this blue and pink, more stylish for this conversation with Shinobu, which also verges into the fantastic as they're walking through forests and meadows and stuff, but really they're walking through this dilapidated city. Oh, the pinks and the hues, and oh, it's great. Routes, tracks, train crossings. Yeah. And then once we get here with the swords out, I want to see, all right, Heartspan, yeah, dual wielded, the greatest weapon, 2-man cell. All right. Super badass. And then we go even darker, purpler, get really crazy with the colors. Really make it feel like a journey as they're walking there. This scream is so insane. It's just nuts. And then we go real bright, real bright. And as far as I can tell, the both of them have these cross-shaped shadows underneath them in white, and then she does not, which I guess is a vampiric thing. So maybe that she's a full vampire and each of them is half-assed, right? I don't know. Ah, we go so far into making Kiss Shot seem absolutely insane. We've already seen her be kind of insane in Kizu, but this is next level. And then everything, it's like the world shatters as she screams here. And we go from the blues and yellows and stuff and pinks into the almost inverse of that with this blood red like shatter all across. And that's like the hallmark of this whole sequence. The gate, the shatter, and especially from above, that's just so cool. That's just great. I don't know why they start bleeding blood, but holy shit, it's impactful. It's amazing. And the whole conversation that they have, that these tiny changes, these little differences, if they had been just a little bit different, or if things had gone just slightly differently, the result would have been completely different. And I think that's applicable to any of the conversations or relationships that have been formed in this show. They're a confluence of coincidences and perhaps fate, but of storytelling, right? That couldn't have worked any other way. And I figure we might learn as we go on that the events turning out the way that they have has been more important than we might have realized. Like, here we get the reveal that just that moment where he goes and looks for Shinobu and goes and finds her is literally the fate of the world. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, the twist is kind of that, well, regret. That she's not evil, that she doesn't want to be here, that she's willing to send them back and to sacrifice herself to do it. Wow. And then back we come, and things are back to normal. And then we get Hachikuji doing her own Araragi attack, and it's perfect. It's a bunch of stuff that we've seen exactly before. Been searching for you. I was worried about you. Glad you're all right. This exact line. Hold, touch, lick, more. Yep. And he's just happy that they do get to do all the dumb stuff that they do and talk and hang out. And she's glad that sometimes bad things can lead to good things. And maybe you wouldn't want the bad thing to happen anyway, but sometimes it ends up being kind of worth it. So, Kabukimonogatari as a whole, having just finished the whole thing in just under 3 hours now, we're going on. Thoughts? I like it. I like it a lot. I think that there were some really striking visuals throughout. I think there were some really cool ideas. There were a lot of things that misled me. I thought that this was that there was like more going on than there was. I think the story was simpler than I expected it to be, and how do I put this? I'm not disappointed by that, but my instinct is to be disappointed by that. Does that make sense? Like, expecting a more complicated story, it's almost hard not to be disappointed that it's not that complicated, even though what's there is not disappointing in the slightest. It's perfectly functional and has some really stellar parts. That we just like in episode 1 are like, yep, all right, let's just do a time travel. We're just gonna do that, is crazy and not something that I ever really expected from this series. Then there are other things which are like, well, another layer is that we're now going deeper and deeper on each of the anomalies that we've already, or the aberrations that we've already experienced and gotten to know. Instead of just introducing new ones, we're like rehashing previous ones. And it seems like that might continue, considering that the next arc is supposed to be Nautico focused, right? There's Nautico Medusa, I believe, which is snake-related, hair snakes, and also, like, scary, the ability to turn people who look at you to stone, right? So there's interesting stuff there, but it implies that it's Nautico, the same thing with the snakes, just going deeper on it. We just recently finished the Nekomonogataris, which were going deeper and deeper on to Hanakawa. So, and like, we're continuously delving a little bit deeper into Senjo Gahara's past and her experiences as well. That's more sprinkled throughout. We got a little bit of it in Nisei. We got a bit of it during Neko. I expect that we'll get some bigger chunk for Senjo Gahara specifically later on. But I would say that Bake is strongly focused on her, although it has multiple arcs in it. Blah, blah. But it seems like we're going and we're rehashing and going deeper and addressing these things in different and more unique ways. And that's sort of exactly what we do here. Now, there are some things in this that are unexplained. The woman who we meet at the beginning of episode 1, Ogi Oshino? Who the fuck is that? The fuck? And then, is the woman in the police station who we met, was that Guyan? Because it looked like her, but I didn't see anything that was like a clear defining characteristic for surezies. I guess I could listen to her voice and then go and listen to Guyan's voice. I might do that later, but not while we're recording. So, who's that other Oshino? I don't know. So, things. I guess her leaving her backpack was not really symbolic in the way that I was thinking it was. Okay, whoops. I guess there wasn't another... Well, I guess there was another Shinobu, but not in the way I was thinking, where there were, like, multiple of them, or doing multiple iterations or multiple loops or anything like that. Nah. But what we did get was a self-contained, oh shit, don't fuck with time travel, plus, alright, we figured out how to unfuck the time travel story, all tied together with Hachikuji and saving the girl and saving the world at the same time. Kind of being a contemporary hero. And getting kind of meta with it, looking back a little bit. Yeah. All in all, a pretty cool arc. Really, really unique. Hasn't been anything quite like it before. Also kind of unique in that there's so much focus on just Araragi and Shinobu together. I don't think there's been this much focus on just them since Kizu, and even then there was so much Hanakawa stuff mixed in as well that it's like, it's not quite the same. In this case, it was really like Shinobu and Araragi go on an adventure and end up in an emptied out world and experience some things, but everything that they experience is together, and they grow closer together because of it. Like, we end up back at the same point we were at before with Hachikuji, but I feel like the relationship between Shinobu and Araragi is the thing that has grown and changed over the course of this episode. Having experienced a bunch of things that literally no one else in this timeline ever will experience or even know about. That's pretty cool. Seeing multiple versions of Shinobu across an arc is also always a win. Schoolgirl Shinobu, very nice. Oh yeah, also lowly mini Hanekawa. Love it. I want one. Yeah, love it. Solid arc doesn't top Nekoshiro for me. That's gonna be the baseline, the new bar. But solid arc. I liked it. Okay. And with that, I think we're gonna wrap it up. So I've been Teeaboo. This has been the entirety of Kabukimonogatari. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week in the next one as we get into Nadeko Medusa. And what is it called? It's Otori Monogatari. Okay. Well, we'll get ready for that next week. Anyway, I'll see you there. Peace.